Alright, so in today's video, I'm reacting to a video of, it looks like a kid that is jumping out of a school bus window. Apparently the bus driver was taking too long at the stop, and he's now running away from the bus. And it doesn't look like anyone is chasing after him or moving the car or telling him to come back. Okay. What this video made me think about, and what I wanted to really talk about in today's video, is negligent supervision in schools. And in New York State, generally, a school is held to the same standard and is held to provide the same level of supervision that a parent would provide in that same situation. Generally, we see these cases coming about from fights that happen at school, from disruptive or crazy behavior that then leads to a child being injured. What it really comes down to is the court or the jury's assessment of what level of supervision was provided in that situation and whether or not a reasonable parent would have provided the same or more supervision. Generally, if you can prove that a reasonable parent would have provided more or different and or better supervision in that situation, and that better supervision or more supervision could have prevented the incident from happening, generally you have a claim. And a big issue that we see in these cases is notice. So it's the same sort of idea that we've been talking about in prior videos on property injury claims or premises liability claims, of the school having either actual notice that the incident was about to happen, which is probably the best proof, meaning that someone was made aware that there was going to be a fight, for example, or someone was made aware that there was some sort of activity that was going to happen that then actually did happen and led to an injury, or that they had constructive notice of whatever incident that happened that then led to an injury, or prior similar conduct of the same nature that has happened. And where we see that come into play is evidence that, for example, there was a lack of supervision in a certain area of a school that then led to prior fights or prior similar disruptive incidents that then led to similar injuries. And what I wanted to do was I wanted to read off some case law, which I always like to do to really give people a solid framework for what the standard is. And what I have here is a case, and it says schools have a duty to adequately supervise the students in their care and may be held for foreseeable injuries proximately related to the absence of adequate supervision. The standard for determining whether the school has breached its duty is to compare the school's supervision and protection to that of a parent of ordinary prudence placed in the same situation and armed with the same information. So, as I said before, they're held to the same standard and the same level of supervision that a parent would have given. And another important factor is where the complaint alleges negligent supervision against the school district due to injuries related to an individual's intentional acts, the plaintiff generally must demonstrate that the school district knew or should have known of the individual's propensity to engage in such conduct, such that the individual's acts could have been anticipated or were foreseeable. Actual or constructive notice to the school of prior similar conduct is generally required because school personnel cannot reasonably be expected to guard against all of the sudden, spontaneous acts that take place among students on a daily basis. So the idea is that it would be unfair to hold a school district or a school liable for some sort of a negligent supervision claim unless they had an opportunity to prevent it from happening. And we frequently, again, see this happening in cases where there was a prior similar incident or prior similar conduct that it had happened, or there was a pattern of disruptive behavior. So that's about all I got for today's video. If you have any questions or want me to explore any other standards or any other situation that you want information on, please leave it in the comments below. Thank you.